So today is Saturday. It's the end of Saturday. Um, I just want the days to fly by, and they're not flying by, they're taking their sweet old time. Still not yet at a halfway there. Still over halfway, so that's not exciting, but we're getting there. My mom is making me taking what I call happy pills. They're not diagnosed. I'm not diagnosed or anything. They're not prescribed. They're just these vitamin things that I'm taking that are supposed to help with like mood and stress and stuff. It's like 5-HTP or something. I don't know what it's called, but she's making me take those. I had to take them when I was on birth control because they were really messing me up emotionally. My dog's getting positioned in his bed, if you can hear that. But I had to take them when I was on birth control, and it really did help. And I mean, it's not like it couldn't hurt. I mean, it's not like it could hurt my situation, so why not? No call, no letter. I knew the chances of getting a call were really slim. I think I told you in one of my videos that Michael had told me in his letter that he should have gotten a phone call this week sometime during the day. Well, it's Saturday and I haven't gotten a phone call, so I'm still glued to my phone. It's always on me, it's always on sound, but I'm not holding my breath. People tend to see me as a pessimist, and I tend to see myself as more of a realist. And the reason people see me as a pessimist is because I always expect the worst. And I get how people could think that's pessimism, but look at it like this. If you expect the worst, you can never be disappointed. But you can be pleasantly surprised. So, that's the way I look at it. So, I always expect the worst. I expect no more letters. I expect no more phone calls. I expect hating my life for the next 4 years. I expect all that. So, when it happens, I'm not surprised by it. I'm 20 years old, and I've lived long enough to know that bad stuff happens, and it's easier to just expect it than hope that it doesn't happen, and it happens and you're disappointed and you're shut down. My eating and sleep is irregular again. No surprise there. I'm definitely starting to feel that getting over my husband type thing that I talked about earlier. About how it feels more like I'm just getting over him, like we've broken up, and I'm just getting over him. And I think that's because I am just rereading letters he's already sent and looking at our old photos that it feels like there's no future. There's no future between us. Obviously, that's not the case, but that's just how it's feeling. And since tomorrow's Sunday, I know I'm not going to get a letter. Most likely not going to get a phone call, but I don't know. Might be surprised. So, I just can't believe it's still Saturday. Ugh, I just want these days to go by, and they're not going by. All day I've just felt like it's Sunday. We had a Bible study today, and that's probably why, and I took like a 3-hour nap. But I just want it to be over. I want all of this to be over. I just want to move on, and I can't. I think that's why I feel like I do, like I'm moving on, because I want to move on. I would rather move on than consistently be hurt over and over again. Which I think, it makes sense to me on why I would want to do that. And I think it makes sense to anybody, but maybe not. But it does feel easier to just forget about it and move on than to have to suffer through something for so long. That's kind of how I got over my dad. He died, and I just got over it because I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to live in pain and hurt, so I just got over it. I got over the fact that he's not here anymore. He's gone. So I just need to put on my boots and keep on walking. My ex before Michael, the one before Michael, I didn't get over him for a long time. And I kept making bad decision after bad decision, going back to him over and over again. Not dating-wise, just I'd fall for him over and over again, and he knew exactly what he was doing. And it was because I couldn't get over him. I would have rather been in the pain because I knew what I was doing. I knew that he was just using me, trying to get something out of me that I was not letting up on. And I wanted an actual relationship, so I kept trying to get that relationship. He kept trying to get that thing that I wouldn't give to him, and it was a back and forth thing for a long time, and I knew that I was going to get hurt every single time that I went back to him, but I continued to do it, and in my eyes, it's because that's what I wanted. I would rather be hurt and feel the little comfort that I got from him than not be with him and have no comfort, but yet stop being hurt. So I learned from that, and now I just want to get over everything that hurts me in the slightest, because it's easier. It's easier to just drop it and get over it than go through it. The only difference is I'm married to a person who I love and who loves me, and I'm going to be with him through all of this, so I can't just get over him and act like our relationship never happened, because I love him and I'm married to him and he loves me. So trying to get over it isn't the right thing to do. I should try to accept it, because this is my life. That's a lot harder than it sounds. But I know that's the right course. That's the right course of action. It's just, I know what's easier, and I want to take the easier route, and that's what I'm automatically doing. It's crazy what your mind does without you thinking about it. Sometimes you have to really sit down and think about what you're doing and why you're doing it in order to figure out what you're doing and why you're doing it. It's not like you consciously do things. And what I mean by that is, I talked about earlier in some of my previous videos about the eating problem. Like, I know I'm doing it, but I start doing it before I could even think about it, and then by the time I'm thinking about it, it's already happening. I don't think about, I just don't want to eat so it can show my pain. Like, that's not what's going through my head. Nothing's going through my head. I just stop eating. And I don't feel hungry. And then it takes me a day or two to realize, like, why are you doing this? I have to stop and realize, why are you doing this? And, it's because you need to get some help. You are not mentally okay, and you need to get your mind situated so you can start eating. So it's kind of like that. I'm not realizing that I'm just getting over him until I sit down and think, why am I so upset? Why am I feeling the way I am? What's going on? And then I can figure it out. I'm getting over him. That's what my mind is trying to have me do, is just get over him. And that's not okay, and I realize that. But then, how do you change it? Because everything I do that could change it would just help it. Because if I just reread letters and just look at his photos, our old photos, like, that feeds you're just getting over him. That's your past. You need to move on. Like, that doesn't help. And I don't know what would help. All this is going to change. I know it is. I know all of it's going to change because I'll be talking to him every day. And when you talk to somebody every day, it feels like you're still in a relationship. But when you don't talk to somebody, you forget they're there. There's a time, for a short period of time, I just kind of forgot about him. I think the last time that I was talking about getting over him, that's how I was feeling. Like, I was forgetting about him. And I wasn't thinking about him throughout the day. And that's how I was getting over him. And I'm starting to realize that a little bit now, except for now I feel like I'm in the beginning stage of getting over him. So it's more of I'm thinking about him all the time and it's bringing me down. So my mind is trying to lift my spirits and forget about him, which is causing me to feel like I'm getting over him. It's just like, everything just feeds into one another, and I just don't know what to do. I know it's gonna get better. It's gonna get easier. But I still have over a month of this. The same old, same old. Not even halfway through yet. It's pretty daunting to look at it like that. Knowing that you're not even halfway through. And all that you've been through, you have to do it all over again and then some. It sucks. It really freaking sucks. But that's my life. And if you're watching this and you're going to go into this type of relationship, it's going to be your life too. So, think about it. This is what the videos are for. I don't even know if anybody's going to watch these videos. Maybe my family and friends, but I even doubt if they will. So, well, I'm doing my part, I guess. I'm putting the information out there, so hopefully I can help somebody through my pain, through my efforts. Well, that's my update for today. I was supposed to go camping and I didn't. So, yeah, that's my update. I will update you tomorrow.